Hey everyone! I just wanted to say this is my first video, so sorry for the bad editing. I decided to edit Destiny's video of her spilling tea because in my opinion it was too long and there was too much rambling for the amount of actual tea spilling. Some clips may be out of order or edited down a lot due to not wanting to get copyrighted, but in my opinion the way it is edited now lets you get into the tea much faster.
Alright, so I wanted to start explaining some stuff to you guys from my point of view on things concerning amberlynn, especially because you guys will not leave me alone about it. But one of the things I wanted to clear up, I'm not going to clear up everything because there's a lot. One thing that I want to clear up is the money that amberlynn would give us. Some of the money that she gives us, that she hasn't given me money in a very, very long time. Not that I would ask her now anyway. I can count on a few occasions that we actually asked her for money, and she's never paid, like, our entirety of bills or anything. I had asked her for money because we were trying to pay all of our bills the day before we were leaving. I think what happened was me and Dana tried to pay the phone bill at the same time, and for whatever reason it took both of those payments instead. So, and our phone bill at the time was like $400. It's ridiculous. So that was like $800 just gone. All my bills were paid.
I pay my bills are paid.
So I asked her if she could just give me the money that I lost, basically, and I would pay it back. The way you guys have been wording it, it's like, I know at one point you guys were saying something about she was buying our friendship. She wasn't. amberlynn is a very giving person. Oh, one more thing I want to clear up with amberlynn, actually, that I'll go ahead and give y'all. Gracie, my cat. amberlynn did not intentionally let her go. It was actually, it was our roommate, but she didn't intentionally do it either. But I'm assuming because when I went to bed, Gracie was there. Like, I knew she was there with us. But I think when my roommate came in that late, I guess that's when she slipped out. I got up the next day and we couldn't find her. We put up flyers, we looked for her for so long, and we never found her. This is what happened. I mean, I was there realizing that she was gone, but amberlynn did not intentionally let her out. I just wanted to clear that up. Not that I'm like protecting her or anything, because she has her flaws. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if she's gonna come back at this video and be like, ooh, no, it was this, and this. I don't really care. I'm not here for the drama part of this. I know that you guys are wanting to know some of this, and I want you guys to know my side of this because there's two sides to every story. Another thing I would like to address myself is what happened with me and Dana. Dana had cheated on me a few times within a year, so it was multiple times. It wasn't physical, not that you guys need to know that, but she was texting other people and just saying what she said. I'm not going to go into details on that. So after I found that out, I was struggling really badly with anxiety, and I was having panic attacks pretty much daily. A lot of stuff was just going on with me, and that was a lot to put on her. And just knowing that before she passed and me having this anxiety every day, it was just me knowing that I can wake up and she's basically going to be gone the next day. It was a lot for me. Dana found another way to cope because it was New Year's when I found out the first time that she was cheating on me. I'm not going to go into detail of how I found out what all happened. But it was literally, and New Year's Eve is my mom's birthday. So it was just a really stressful 2 days because it was my mom's birthday, and then the very next day I found that out. And it was just very dark for me. And I really thought it was over then. And this was January of 2021. Then, we talked a lot of it through, all that, fixed it, what have you. Worked on some stuff for a little while, and then I want to say it was the end of May, beginning of June that I found out she cheated on me again. Every time I found out she was cheating on me, it was her literally telling me. So I wasn't like creeping in her stuff or just getting like assumptions that she was doing it. You know, like I wasn't all up in her business trying to figure out what she was doing. Even after the first time I found out she cheated on me, I wasn't like, well, I need to check your phone now because I don't want you to cheat on me. No. Like, I just, just went about like we were before. I didn't want, things to get really tense between us. So, like I said, it was the end of May, beginning of June. I thought things were really good for a while. And they were. It seemed like it. Like, things were awesome until, let me see, that was, I don't think it was till December. So June to December, that's like 6 months. The beginning of December, that's really when we broke up. I'm going to be honest. That's when we both said it was over. But she explained that she was cheating on me again. And, that's when I was like, okay, obviously, it doesn't matter how good things can get. It doesn't matter how much talking we do. Obviously, there's nothing that's going to fix this. You're not going to stop, and I can't keep putting myself through this. And then we were both kind of like, well, what if because we worked together, we lived together, we did literally everything together. So I was like, what if we're broken up, but still like work on things, but also give each other some space? Because pretty much since we got together, we lived together, did like work together, lived together, everything together. So I said, why don't we give each other some space and just do our own things on the weekends? We still had to work together, and I still had to drive her to work. She did not have her license. So that's what we did. We did for the next month or so. And then I thought things were getting a little bit better. We had a rough couple of days the day before, like it really ended. And like we announced that it ended, or, posted things, whatever. We had a rough couple of days. And then one day, I was literally just sitting there on the couch. I think I was playing Mortal Kombat. And she was sitting across the room from me on the other end of the couch, and she texted me breaking up with me. Like, not breaking up because we were broken up, but basically saying that it was over. Like, there was no fixing anything, that I needed to leave. And I guess it's because she couldn't say it herself, but it was kind of a crappy way of doing that, was texting it. Obviously, I was immediately upset. I was like, I wasn't sure if things were ever going to actually get fixed. But I wish we could have talked about it like adults. But instead, it turned into a lot of drama real fast. After she texted me and told me that I needed to leave, it was a lot of stuff, but I'm not going to say what all it said. I went and got as much as my stuff as I could in our room. And I got Carter, and I went to my best friend's house, and she just told me to go stay there for the weekend. So that's what I thought this was going to be. It was just, we had been arguing a couple days. I needed to just give her some space. And once the weekend was over, we would figure out splitting stuff up, whatever, and finally just having this done and over with. And I was completely okay with that. I was very upset. I was, but I was okay with doing things like adults too. It sucked. You think you're going to spend your whole life with somebody, and then something like this happens. But even if you're so upset, you have to figure out, you got to deal with it. And that's what I was prepared to do. I was very upset though. As anyone would be. We were together for basically 5 years. So, that's a lot to just like end everything and all that. I asked her, hey, I don't want to get stuck here. So what are you doing on Sunday? So that way we can figure this stuff out. And she told me she was going to be at her friend's house, which wasn't very far from my best friend's house where I was already staying. So I said, okay, cool. So whenever you're ready, I'll come get you, and then we'll go and figure this out. Well, Sunday comes, which that was Saturday. So it was just the next day. And I text her and ask her when, can I come get you? And she just was ignoring me for a little while. And we still had each other's location. So I'm not gonna lie, I was being kind of nosy, just trying to figure out if she was there, and if she wasn't, I mean, so be it. I just needed to figure out when we were trying to figure all this stuff out. So I get to looking, and she's on her way. She's like way past me, almost out of the state into Ohio. She's on her way to Ohio, and she basically tells me that she's going up there to spend time with family, and that she'll probably be back in like a week. And I'm thinking like, okay, like, I was very upset. I was like, why are you making this worse on me? I was trying to figure out whether I was going to stay there or move here. And it was a lot. And I was trying to figure out if we could be civil. I thought that there was a way that I could be in Kentucky and not have to worry about, like, drama with her, and just, I wasn't sure about a lot of stuff. But I was most likely going to be coming back here just because I had more of a support system down here. Not that I didn't have anybody up there. I had a lot of support up there because I was just very upset. She basically told me that, because I wasn't sure how she was going to get back here, she rode up there with a friend. I told her that if I had to, I would come get her so we could, sort this stuff out. I was still trying to be civil. And that's when she basically told me that she wasn't coming back, that she wasn't sure when she would ever be coming back or if she was. So that obviously made me very upset. We had a storage shed we had to go through together. We had to figure out all this, like, there was a lot of stuff that I just had to figure out on my own for two people, basically. So I ended up going with some of our friends to the storage unit. They helped me go through it and I got what I needed to. Then me and Carter packed up and we came here, and we've been here ever since. So I wanted to clear some of that up with her on her end, because I'm not going to be mentioning her much more. So there's all that. That's all that explained. More on her. I didn't really talk to her for a long time after I moved here. Like, she had blocked me on everything, completely just gone. And there was a few times I was still trying to reach out to her, but, I just let it be. We were civil for a little while. Like, we would just kind of talk here and there, mostly because of her nieces and nephew. But that's the only time we ever really communicate. We don't really communicate much now. There was a little bit of drama, per se, in February, like the beginning of February, like when we first moved in here. I had just made this kind of sappy post about it being a year after everything happened last year with me and her. And just, it was on Facebook. I had tagged some people in it that helped me get through all of that. It was a good bit of people, and I was friends with her on Facebook at the time, and she posted something in kind of like a rebuttal back about it. Like saying that I was playing the victim, basically. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm sure I wasn't easy to deal with. I'm not an easy to deal with person all the time, but when I was the one cheated on, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm the victim, but I was the one cheated on. I didn't do anything to disrespect her on our boundaries in any way. So, I mean, it just didn't make any sense to me. So then I blocked her on everything, and that's been pretty much it. Other than that, though, like I said, we don't communicate. I have not talked to Amberlynn in a very long time. It's been like here and there. With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Probably be a little more, I don't know if we should call this tea or insight, whatever you want to call it, but I promise it'll be a stronger brew next time if we're going to call this tea.
If you like this quick straight to the tea video, consider liking, commenting, and subscribing.